Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry, I just had to start a new cycle in the dryer. So, I've been thinking that my readings are just a little too long. I know, but I'm going to do a part 1 and a part 2 of all my readings now. So, if you just were interested in the cards, then you can have access to that. And if you want the extra clarifier with the tea readings, then you can also continue and watch part 2 for the tea. So, let's spill the tea. Not literally. Okay, good. It's not too cold. Sometimes I just get to talking, but it's okay. Tonight I did chamomile and lavender. I apologize that I'm only able to do my readings late night, but I'm a busy gal, so it is what it is. Strawberries might mean something for you. I don't know. It just popped up to me even though I use it every reading, but I never really mention it, so. Ask your questions. What do you need to know? My name's Kat. This is my channel. It's called Pure Presence. Welcome to my quirky home of trinkets and witchy things. I hope you like it because I do too. So this is how the tea readings work. You guys ask your questions. You instill your energy into the tea. I drink the tea, I get the downloads from spirit and source, and then I release the rest of the tea leaves in. When I'm preparing my tea, I always stir counterclockwise to get rid of any prior energy from past readings and also my own energy because I'm not doing my own readings. And then I reverse it and I stir clockwise to get your energy in and ask what the collective needs to know. So I do also ask the spirit guides that these messages be timeless. So even if you didn't watch it on the day that I posted, whenever you see it is when you are meant to receive this message. So cheers to that. I know. I'm thinking like I used to want to fast forward this, but I feel like this tea time talk is nice where you kind of get to know a little bit about me and my personality and extra time for you to instill your energy and questions into the tea. And I think I drink it pretty fast, so I'm trying. I bought this mug. If any of you guys were interested in just starting your own tea reading, I bought this mug in Scotland at a cute little witch shop. And I've tried to look up different mugs that are similar. Can't find them, so I'm upset that I can't find this exact one again. There were some other ones that were slightly different, but it's a great starter mug. And then as I learn more and as you learn more, then we can progress to just using a regular tea mug, and the messages from spirit will come through to us and we can just convey those messages as we see them. Hello, Bogart. This is my bogey bear. He is a lover from a past life. If you haven't met him before, this is Bogey. He's a hugger, but I have my mic on. Oh, hello. So he can't hug me right now. I'm sorry. Say hello. Doo-doo. He has no teeth. He had a full, what do you call it? I'm forgetting the name right now. Stomatitis. I don't know. It starts with an S. Don't judge me. But yeah, he had to have all of his teeth removed. I adopted him as an old guy, and he just came up to me at the shelter and he just plopped right on me, put both his hands here, looked me in the eyes, and was like, please take me. And he dug his claws into my shoulders, and any other person would have thought, like, get this crazy cat off me, he's hurting me. But I was like, I hear you, I see you, I'm gonna save you, you're coming home with me. So I was like, I'm the crazy cat lady. Can you give me a second form? Because I was there to adopt a different cat. So that's my life. But this is Bogart. He's amazing. And because he came from the streets, he didn't have good gum health. And they had to remove all his teeth. But it's okay because he eats wet food and he loves it. But I love you. We got to go. We got to read. I'm sorry. We're already 4 minutes in and you're getting antsy. Okay. Last couple of sips for good luck. I just release a little bit of extra tea. Stir that in. Spirit guides, can you tell us what the collective needs to know? I always try to land the handle near you guys, and then I bring those messages in towards me. So that's just my method. Maybe you guys want to explore it with your own methods, but this is how I learned. So, okay. I think we're ready. Ooh, okay. We've got some clear. We've got a lot of tea. Wow. Okay, as far as timeline, the only thing happening in the next 2 weeks. Wow, it's kind of like our energy is torn. So we want to better ourselves, but maybe you're distracted because the tea leaves are pushed up against one side. Underneath the apple, which apples represent this desire to better yourself. So I feel like part of you really wants to better yourself, or maybe it's in one area of your life, but in the others, maybe that's not resonating or being reflected as deeply. For example, maybe you're really focused on your career and your finances, so you're doing like all of your energy into that direction, but then you're not focusing on your health and you're not working out, vice versa. Or it does spread over underneath the church. So again, I always just like to make a note of this. It doesn't matter what your faith is. The church is just a symbol of faith. It doesn't have anything to do with your particular religion. It could represent a synagogue, it could represent a temple, it could represent just spiritual alignment, spiritual downloads and awakenings. So right now, within the next few days, we are dealing with some kind of spiritual awakening, which makes total sense if you're seeing this message correlated to the cards. We are going through this dark night of the soul, having this spiritual awakening, and unfortunately, it's a little of a chaotic one, but it is what it is. And it is leading you towards bettering yourself. And you might not be fully embodying that in all realms of your life just yet, but it is leading you towards this faith within the universe and within this personal trust and within a communal trust of your people and karmic cycles, spiritual downloads. I just want to see if I get any more downloads myself from this. But yeah, we're leading towards this higher wisdom, and I love that. Okay, the only other couple of things that are happening within the next couple of days is there's some kind of family matter. You might have to deal with handling some kind of finances, or like maybe paying a bill. It's a small bill though. Or paying something off for your family. Or maybe a family member is asking you for some financial help. Something correlated to that. I believe that this spiritual awakening sparked a new project, or it opened up a doorway. There's the heart key, so it could represent it's opening up a doorway to love, or it's opening up a doorway to a passion project or some kind of new idea for you, which was reflected in two of our different cards with the Ace of Wands and that Hierophant, and then also our Four of Wands was celebrating this love and joy and a potential marriage. So I feel like this awakening and wanting to better yourself goes hand in hand with allowing you to turn this key into this new beginning of these passion projects and a potential love. The energy is sprinkled for the next couple of weeks, so it's not like you're giving all of your attention in towards that project or love situation. But at the end of the month or into the following month of December, you do put a lot more energy back into that. It kind of dies down again at the end of December. So maybe a little bit of hot and cold energy with focus on our new projects or ideas, or focus on this love interest. Let me see. Okay, there's not much to mention here, but I feel like you broke, if you weren't in separation, and this could be related to a person, or it could be a separation to something important in your life. Maybe you were separated from finances, goals, or love. You did get some kind of message about that this week, or you will. Some kind of message is coming in about that. But unfortunately, then we have a huge separation again that lasts almost the entire month of November. So yeah, all of November, we're not getting much news about that again, whatever you were separated from. But at the end of the month, the good news is December is like full force. You've got all of this energy rolling in almost every single aspect of life. So let me bring it back chronological order. This project or this love interest goes hand in hand with some kind of social gathering. So maybe you're going to get this idea from talking to people at a social gathering at the end of the month into November or early December. It could also be where you meet somebody of this new love interest that is going to be your potential mate of marriage. Yeah, for sure, actually. This does have to do with love because it crosses over again into the heart space. So we're not feeling much affection or love. Like, I don't think you have any love interests right now, or you guys are in separation, but that does change in December. So all of December, that stuff starts to flood back in, these feelings of affection, romance, and love. It's interesting, though. Yeah, okay, this brings me back to my first thought with the cards about how we had the Hierophant come up and the Ace of Swords, and both in reverse. So I had mentioned something about maybe your friends or your family or your society didn't approve of this relationship, or you guys had different ideologies, maybe a different religious background, and you guys are feeling some kind of confusion around that. You're feeling judgment, but that does end. So right now, like this whole month. Okay, yeah, hold on. Let me just. Okay, so I'm getting two messages from Spirit. Part of the collective, if you have no love interest right now, or you guys are in separation, it's like you're kind of left in limbo. You're confused of why there was this difference of opinion or challenge of why you guys separated, or there's no challenge right now because you don't have anybody of this difference of opinion. But unfortunately, within the next month of when you do meet them, there is that confusion that comes in because of this difference of opinion with religious ideologies, or what your parents think of them for some reason, or your family thinks of them. And that does flow throughout the holiday season, so all of December. But that ends, the difference of opinion, and it's like you're laying your worries down at the end of December into the new year. So you're not bringing that into the new year, which is beautiful. And then the messages start flowing again. So you guys are in full communication when the difference of opinion ends. And yeah, we've got the full moon here. So something is being illuminated about this. I think, again, it's all of these spiritual downloads. We're recognizing that even if we don't have all the answers right now, you're in a little bit of confusion and a clouded state right now. But by the end of November into December, all of these feelings start to rush, and it's like your path is being illuminated, and we have these feelings of passion and love. So I feel like you're just kind of going to go full force with it and not care what anybody else thinks, which is beautiful. Same thing in our career, making progress. Like, we're not making much progress, or maybe you didn't have these ideas yet to even make progress towards your career, your own ideas of new projects. And there wasn't much, like, there's no light on the torch for all of this month. And there's, yeah, I don't even want to call that. There's like a couple tiny pieces of leaves, but for all of November, we're not seeing any dedication or progress. So remember what I said back in the apple. It's like half of you is being pulled in one direction, the half of you is in the other. I feel like we're either putting all of our energy in towards bettering ourselves into this spiritual awakening path, and you're not able to dedicate any progress or movement into your career. But that'll all change, and the money and the success does come in within a month. So if you're not seeing any tangible progress right now, or monetary progress right now, that changes. December, like, it comes rolling in, and that goes perfectly coincides with our reading of the cards saying that, like, wealth does come in soon. It said from now to the future placement. So makes sense. Right now, you're still kind of in that limbo of clouded judgment, but then you know that this dark night of the soul is going to lead you towards this love, happiness, and success with money and relationships. Just be mindful. There's snake energy here. It is the year of the snake, and this leads all the way towards the end of the year, which is beautiful. So I feel like there is some kind of shedding, but prior to really hitting this spiritual awakening, you didn't do much shedding. Like, there was not much progress in that realm. And then, but once that spiritual awakening hits, it's like you shed all of those old karmic cycles and lessons, and you know, the old paradigm is gone. You're coming up with these new ideologies and these new ways of being and thinking and feeling. With this kind of energy, I just have to be mindful and mention this. Anytime you step into this light energy, the darkness doesn't like it. So anybody who's embodying some of that dark energy might be jealous. They might be sneaky or malicious, or I'm getting like lying energy. And it somehow correlates to the progress within your relationship or within your financial abundance of growth in your career. And something around these new ideas. Somebody's definitely getting married, and it might be due to the fact that I was like, what is talking? I am whole, complete, and perfect just as I am. If that's not a spiritual message, I don't know what is. My Alexa started going off randomly in my bedroom, and she just gives me daily affirmations, and that was her affirmation. So I am whole, complete, and perfect as I am. That's your message. I was picking up on fertility energy. Like, it's heavy fertility energy. So if you don't want the babies, strap it up towards the end of the month into the new year. This could be for both people, though. Does it only ever correlate to the feminine? So for my masculines and feminines, it's just like we're planting the seeds. You're being fertile with these new ideas and this new growth and this new wisdom that is being bestowed upon you from the universe and all of your experiences. It does, at the end of the month into December, correlate with some family affairs. So I feel like your spiritual awakening is going to hit heavy with, like right now, it's just you focusing on your personal development and your spiritual awakening. And then it kind of trickles down and leads to the other side into the family dynamic realm and family affairs. So I feel like your awakening starts to help some of your family members or your friends awaken, which is so beautiful and cool, because that just means our collective is hard at work doing what we're meant to and pushing these, you know, this new way of life and thinking out there into the universe. And we're making that dualistic world into more of a light-filled world, which I love. Okay. Wow. A lot of good luck. Nothing, you know, I still see the clover, but it's funny because that's giving like you weren't fully trusting in the universe and your own good luck and abundance manifestation powers just yet, but like all of the leaves are heavily congregated around the clover. So it's like outside sources could see your power and they could see your abilities to manifest anything that you wanted. And you knew that, or maybe you're seeking it from external sources, but it always comes from within. Your good luck is emanating off of you. Everything, all of your successes and new beginnings are stemming from internal awareness and this wisdom of recognizing what your worth is, and you'll see it eventually. We have just about every single planetary placement. So I'll start with the star since that's like the heaviest energy. The number 7 might mean something. It's on every single point of the 7-pointed star. And yeah, it's like a wish fulfillment. So yeah, definitely. Success all around. Spiritual awakening, love, and money. Full circle. You've got the trine energy here. And you're stepping out into the spotlight. So maybe you're putting yourself out on social media or whatever you're doing in your workplace, in your family, your friends, your lover is starting to recognize you with this new glow. Very beautiful. We have some sun energy. So there is a new beginning in love. It's underneath the full moon. It's correlated into the star position. So a wish fulfillment here with this new beginning of success and love. That's so beautiful. And you're recognizing that it is within you because it's on the sun's placement, but it's also on the edge of the sun and on the outside. So that light is shining from within you, outside of you, and it's definitely affecting your love life and your visibility. I love this. Yeah, like I said, your community is going to rave about you and this this new light that you're shining. You didn't have to be fearful at all of judgment. Okay, let me just move a couple things so I could see what's going on here. We have the least amount of Saturn energy. And it does correlate with stars. So whatever your wish fulfillment is, in order to reach that wish fulfillment, you had to release something else. Something else had to go to make space for this success and this love. Whatever that is for you. Maybe it's releasing some old toxic patterns or some old thought patterns or even people. Okay. Second one, we do have Venus energy. It wasn't heavy on Venus just yet, but it is there. So love is there. Again, I feel like you have to release some stuff before that love fully comes in, before you're able to fully celebrate and reach that commitment level of marriage and coming together in full union, something has to be released before you can feel all the feels. There is a decision that needs to be made. You're not heavy on that energy either. But, yeah, something needs to be, okay. It correlates to spiritual awakening or deepening your faith in whatever religion you believe in. Yeah, again, I'm coming back to if this is correlated to the love. I'm just coming back to you having to make a decision about like not really caring what other people think and like fully stepping into this faith and this spiritual awakening and realizing that like love conquers all. So screw what anybody else thinks. Okay, yeah, it's your family judgment. Under Mars energy, or yes. Well, it's both. We have Mars and Mercury. Mercury is a journey that needs to be made, and it's going to be involving your family, some kind of family dynamic. So like I said, how the leaves kind of trailed from your personal spiritual development into the family area, like your growth is going to lead towards their growth. And you're all going on this journey together, which is so beautiful. So maybe like you and a close family member are having the spiritual awakening at the same time, or yours is going to lead them to theirs. Super cool. And it sparks these new ideas of fertility. And I love that. Like we're planting the seeds of this wisdom. We do have some heavy Mars placements again. So could be some jealous friends, could be some family members who just aren't really on the awakening train just yet, still judging you, but like it's not heavy enough to where I'd say it's really gonna affect you that bad. Maybe that's who you have to lose right now to lead you towards this love and success and like release their energy a little for right now. I'm not saying like fully cut off family members or friends, but if that's what you've got to do to step into your new era, then you have to honor that. Not everybody can come to this new 5D world with you. Like if they want to stay in the 3D, let them. What else do we got? Yay. Yeah, social success. A lot of social success. You're in the limelight. Whatever you're doing, you're going to get recognized. Heavy success. Like people see you. You're visible. In whatever your career path is, whatever, maybe it's something correlated to this. You're getting out there. It's heavy enough to where I couldn't see the moon placement under there at all. Like I had to move all the leaves. So heavy energy. Like you're reaching stardom. You're getting recognition. And yeah, there's like, again, there's just heavy congregation of leaves all around that 4-leaf clover. Okay. Bit of a coughing episode there, but we're back. I'm alive. I was saying that you're surrounded by good luck. You're surrounded by good fortune. I literally see trine energy here. So fame, success, love, you've got it all. And you're totally spiritually woke. So power to you. This is a super positive reading. Whoop. I hope this resonated, guys. If you wanted part 1 of the tarot and oracle reading, catch my video prior to this. We had the numbers 1515, 888, and 1001. So enjoy these spiritual downloads. I wish you nothing but love and success on this journey of enlightenment, and I can't wait to hear all about it. So keep me posted. One more cycle ending and another one beginning. Confirmation from my dryer. I hope you guys have a good night. See you next time. 111 on the timer. Bye.